This video is an explanation of how OB-GYNs in Virginia can use the minute survey and sentiment analysis to monitor patients' perception of their practice.
I do want the doctor investigated. I want him drug tested. I'm not functional right now. I can't take care of me.
There are 4 pieces of information that are recorded in the minute survey. 2 pieces are recorded by the provider, which are the visit and the location. The visit code links the patient response to a specific visit and data available on the visit. The minute survey uses 2 questions to assess patient satisfaction in any type of healthcare organization. Rating the overall satisfaction with the care the patient received is the first question of the survey. The second question asks the patient to explain what worked well and what needed improvement. The second question is considered an open-ended question, which gives the patient the ability to write what they please and in how much detail they want. The open-ended question describes the reasons behind their ratings. The way the open-ended question is phrased solicits both praise and complaints. The chart here depicts the type of information that will be gathered to determine the time to next complaint. As you can see, each time there is a complaint, that complaint will be recorded. This will be done for each visit. The chart is only for 3 visits, but it is done for all visits to a given provider. The number of complaints and the date of the first and last complaint are used in the calculations. For each doctor in the region, the probability of 1 or more complaints was calculated. The next step was to calculate the average days to next complaint. 3 doctors were chosen to be analyzed and were compared to the rest of the region. There were a total of 157 doctors in the region. This graph shows how doctors A, B, and C are doing compared to the other doctors in the region. The time to next complaint for doctors A, B, and C was 73, 44, and 121 days respectively. The average for the region was 355 days. As the chart shows, the doctors selected had not performed nearly as well as others in the region. The selected doctors had less time between complaints they received from patients. This bar graph illustrates the same information as the last chart. Doctors A, B, and C were analyzed and compared to a benchmark, which is the region average. Again, you can see that the selected doctors performed poorly compared to the region average. In this sentiment analysis, 100 comments of 3 different doctors were analyzed. Patients were asked to rate their visits 1 to 5 in regards to staff, punctual, helpful, and knowledge. Based on the answer to their open-ended question, comments were either classified as complaint or praise. This is an example of a comment that was received on a minute survey from a patient of Dr. C. Here's the same example as previously shown. Highlighted are words and phrases that determine whether the comment was listed as a praise or a complaint. In this example, the comment is a complaint. This chart categorizes the types of complaints for Dr. A. As you can see, the majority of the complaints for Dr. A's practice were about the staff. Having this information is very beneficial. It is useful because it will allow Dr. A or any other physician to determine which area of the practice is the most problematic and quickly begin to work towards improvements. There are several advantages to using a minute survey as opposed to a standard patient satisfaction survey. The minute survey is much shorter than the standard satisfaction survey currently being used in the healthcare industry. Therefore, minute surveys cost less to print, distribute, and collect. The minute survey only asks 2 questions, which includes 1 question that is open-ended. This is a simple tool that has the ability to have a higher response rate than the longer and more complex standard satisfaction survey. Because of the high response rate, it reduces the time needed to follow up the patients. Satisfaction surveys were created to help aid in improvement efforts by tracing whether changes in care processes led to improvement into the organization's performance. By analyzing complaints, both of these areas can be addressed. Minute surveys are considered real-time data, which gives clinicians the ability to see what the problem is on a daily basis. Clinicians can use this information to know where they can improve in their system and processes.